In this session, we're coming back to that great and very exciting question. What specialty are you going into? We covered the big picture in context in a previous session and how students can relax and really first focus on confidently passing their courses in the first few weeks of med school. Success in med school equals passing all of your courses on the first attempt to graduate. Big picture goal, graduate. I shared that clinical experiences with Introduction to Patients coursework and your clinical courses, typically in years 2, 3, and 4, that transition will come in time from basic to clinical sciences. Plenty of time, no pressure, try to relax. Better, just relax. We also need to recognize that keeping an open mind as a blank slate is key, and that's helped many students with the decision-making process about a specialty choice. So let's put together a few strategies that can help you as you start considering specialty career choices early in medical school.
Got questions burning, doubts you can't ignore. Pull up a chair, friend, let's unlock the door. Doctors and the dean is here, wisdom on tap, no fear.
Number 1, recognize that your med school will be alive and pulsing with interest groups for a dazzling, if not dizzying, number of specialties. Everyone wants you to consider their specialty, right? Students and faculty alike. You'll need to choose very carefully, however, from this menu, or your schedule will soon be so packed out with noontime meetings of clubs and interest groups that you'll have lost your focus, if not your energy, that needs to be turned to subjects like anatomy and biochemistry. So pick 1 or 2 or maybe 3 of those interest groups or clubs that you're most interested in, and you can be strong and confident, knowing that you do not need to do it all. You simply cannot. No one can do it all. Number 2, engage with your faculty. Some of your school's clinical faculty will be coming to the learning sessions in the classroom to provide lectures or to facilitate group learning discussions to help oversee sessions in the simulation center, for instance. Engage deeply in learning. Thank them for their efforts in teaching and facilitating learning and translating basic knowledge into clinical scenarios as you work with your classmates and faculty. 3, be present and engaged in clinical settings. Start to use that time that you've provided with colleagues as introductions to what you're going to see in clinical times to come, and work with those resident physicians and clinical faculty about what you would like to do and where you'd like to be engaged in clinical medicine. Some may even be willing to set up individual times with you to talk about what they like about the specialty that they're engaged in, including your resident physicians. Number 4, you can also plan strategically to use some of your time off during breaks in the med school curriculum, such as longer holiday breaks or a summer break, to visit with physicians in your local communities or an extended family or network of connections. With advanced planning, often doctors in local communities are more than willing to spend time with you and might allow you to observe what they do day to day in the course of being a specialist in one of the many specialties on the menu to choose. They'll give you important perspectives outside your medical school world. Importantly, medical schools are often just not the real world of community-based medicine. So it's going to take time, including completing required paperwork with local hospitals and clinics. So plan proactively ahead of time for these experiences, months in advance. Number 5, spend a few minutes each week, but only after you've first passed your first several exams in anatomy, biochemistry, physiology, microbiology, looking at information that's readily available online, and different career pathway options in medicine. Passing your first sets of courses is crucial and vital to being on the flight path to success in med school. Remember, success is stringing together all those passes so that you can pass all of your courses on the first attempt and graduate from med school. Number 6, plan out your first summer break between year 1 and 2. By the end of the first semester, it's a good time to seek out a mentor who's engaged in scholarly activities that you might be interested in, topics that you can come back to, and see if he or she is willing to consider taking you on into a research lab or onto a project platform in a field of potential interest. You can engage in exciting work with faculty in year 1 and year 2 of med school and bolster your resume for residency applications at the same time. So today we've covered some practical strategies for how to start considering a specialty choice. Remember, relax, plan ahead, and follow the pragmatic advice in this video by taking a few small but important strategic steps each week to mapping out a successful career trajectory. Small amounts of time that you put in now and add to your calendar will optimize the opportunities so that you can make the most of your first and second year of med school and start to see all of these clinical specialties for what they really are up close and as it comes down the road in clinical setting towards you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay well and study well.
Seen 1,000 faces, felt 1,000,000 fears. Know the late night study grind, the joys and salty tears. Residency looming, board exams ahead. Take a deep breath, friend, let's conquer what what you dread.